Yo, guys. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. First thing is first, happy Ramadan, Eid Mubarak to all my real ones, all my brothers that read the Quran. Absolutely shouts out to you. Good evening, guys. What is going on? I didn't make it. Did I? No, I don't think I did make it back for the West Ham. I didn't. No, to me, easy. I didn't make it back for the West Ham reaction. But yes, what a result. Shouts out even to Rob Holding. Yes. We will chat about Rob Holding today. I do reckon Arsenal will keep hold of Rob Holding, obviously to battle with Ben White for the right-footed centre-back, the right-sided centre-back role. Gabriel will stay, obviously, being linked with Juventus and Barcelona today, and over the last week or two. And I reckon we'll sign a left-sided centre-back. And I reckon we shall cash in bombshells. But I've said it for a year anyway. We're going to cash in on William Saliba. I have seen some quotes from William Saliba. Again, very calm. He's doing the right thing also. He's saying, if I'm coming back to Arsenal to be in the under 23s, absolutely no chance. I'm now an international. And these quotes are good sources. Liquid, French TV, everyone's had a look at them, even Fabrizio Romano. And everyone is, I'm an international, shall see in the summer. A lot comes down to Arsenal. Another quote from Saliba's camp is, I do receive weekly messages from Arteta, Edu, Arsenal representatives, etc. And it's still very much in their hands, which is obviously a good thing, I suppose, to read and see, because obviously if there's no contact, you just think, well, they clearly don't give a fuck. Another quote from William Saliba directly, when Arteta decided he wasn't good enough to play against teams like Dundalk and kept him out the Europa League 25-man squad, but also kept him out the 25-man Premier League squad. And then he didn't get a loan move then. He was just stuck in no man's land, playing no football. Do you know what I mean? Reserves under 18s, even if that, I can't even remember now. I was too pissed off to remember. But he did say, yes, I'm a human. I was young. And this did hurt me very, 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 and I do, again, stress, very badly. So, again, so we don't get too bored into, I know people do say my fascination with Saliba, Guendouzi, etc. And sometimes I agree. I accept the Guendouzi one now, but let's just hope this doesn't happen again. And the final one from Saliba, is I'm more than willing to come in and be as part of a squad rotational system. As an international now, I just can't be an under 23 or worse be it go back on loan. So William Saliba has finally said it all. We literally can now not put this one to bed. We shall now just see in the summer because Saliba has said it all. I will come back and fight. I do believe I want to be a first team starter at any club I go to, including Arsenal. But yes, they have got good footballers, or did he say international footballers? Who play at centre back and like himself, international. And he said he'll come back and do the rotational and fight for his place. My feeling is, as Rob Holding's been decent recently and chipping in with a goal against West Ham, we keep Holding. Like, if you told Holding you'll be fighting with Gabriel for a left-sided centre back, I'm sure he'd be very, very happy with that. All right, let's now get into the comments, all the real ones. Good evening, guys. Please be getting the likes of the video. What is going on, Cam? Eid Mubarak, my brother. What's happening, G? We do need to meet up, have some food, bro. Initial live yesterday. I was out, bro. Which didn't end too well. Oh, gosh, what happened to you, bros? Could have given me a call, but we will get back into it. Eid Mubarak, people. Respect, Hank Yumi, my real one, my brother. How we doing? Good evening, Yui. Your girl got bagged. Right, what did he do? Does anyone know what this little clown done? Because obviously, because Cam wasn't involved last night, I slightly went for a girl a little bit last night, lyrically, on the old microphone, didn't I? So I'm just wondering, could it be anything to do with Danny AFC TV? Because this guy's such a wet wipe, he's usually squeaky clean. Have I broke him last night like I broke DT? And we all know where DT is. But as I did say in them bars, I mean, one of my pagans are up in jail. The other one is going to go to hell. What did you saw? Yeah, so what happened? What happened? Does anyone know what happened? This is the interesting bit now. But guys, again, Arsenal news. This one, again, we're going to do this one quickly, and let's hope the comments are banging. So, Hank Yumi, please be here. Nightmare in the evening, mate. In the opposition bar. Seriously, as in, maybe tell me after if you like. Right, guys, I'm going to start off with Gabriel, linked to Barcelona, Juventus. Now, obviously, Arsenal, I do reckon, could squash this immediately. He's been with us a couple of seasons. He has been consistent. He has done very well. We could quash this with a new deal quite quickly. So I'd imagine a new deal by the summer should be winging its way to Gabriel Magalhaes. Neves, it won't go away. Wolves are now basically, word on road is they're accepting he'll go to the highest bidder. They shall not be bullied. Pepe, Premier League clubs, we've spoke about this over the last few days. I'm wondering, better still with Pepe, like a Victor Osimhen, would it be best to try and basically bang this guy out as part of a deal for someone like Victor Osimhen? Darwin Nunes, Benfica striker. We know, yeah, he's got literally 40 goals this season, I think, all competitions. He's had a banging couple of years in Benfica and Portugal. Now, even though a month ago, I will admit, I was worried about this guy. This was pre-watching him against Liverpool home and away and scoring in both games. I started looking at Diaz. Liverpool pulled that one out from Portugal, 45 million. This guy's going to be about 69 million. He's 2021. Guys, it looks like it almost has to be a must-do deal. Then, of course, there's Gabriel Jesus. Again, with a year left in his deal. Hopefully, you'd like to think Guardiola and Arteta have a decent enough relationship where they could be talking about this right now if they're serious about putting this one over the line. Guys, in a nutshell, I want to know tonight, who is your preferred striker for Arsenal in the summer? If we're talking two strikers, tell me the two. Let's be realistic. I'm saying, like, the reason why I've always said Dybala is because Dybala's on a free, 28. He's done well in Serie A. And surely now you'd like to think he's coming into his prime. If you're to buy two strikers, even if it was Nunes, say 65, and Gabriel Jesus, that is costing you, let's just say, roughly 110 million pounds. Obviously, if we do that all up front, I'm sure most clubs will want money off Arsenal up front. It seems to be one of them things, do you know what I mean? We love to do a tick deal, get players on tick, etc. But what I want to know is from you guys. Another guy, Yui, shouts out, even back to Yui. Martinez, I made a quick prediction, not even prediction. Someone told me about it. Italian teams and meltdown. One of my Italian chefs, he said all clubs from Udinese to Napoli, Fiorentina, they're all going to feel it in the summer. Even though Fiorentina just done a big sell, obviously Vlahovic, they're probably going to be due to give Arsenal some money, you'd like to think, for Torreira. But yeah, Napoli apparently have to be self-sufficient, self-sustainable, whichever way you want to call it. The Wenger Arsenal mode, let's say. Osimhen, it looks like, is their most sellable asset. And at the top of my head, I can't think, maybe Koulibaly. Who else would you sell? And I think Koulibaly must be 29, 30 now. If they wanted to cash in on him, big money terms, you'd have thought they would have done that a year or two. Guys, in the comments, I'm going to read every single one as always. Is it Keon Edwards, the 17-year-old Arsenal striker, has been scoring a lot of goals. Apparently has signed a new deal with the club. That is along with, as I told you a week or two ago, Kido Taylor-Hart. But Martinez, the Arsenal striker, the Inter Milan striker, linked to Arsenal and a couple of other Premier League teams. Apparently they're saying 67 million. I would imagine they'd want a little bit more than that, but who knows? Osimhen, they're still saying 100 million euros, which is about 84 million pounds. Considering they spent 69 million on Osimhen, I actually don't think that is the worst or most money in the world. If it was between Nunes and Osimhen, guys, who would you go with? Nunes is definitely getting a lot of attention. Man U, Liverpool, obviously us. Pepe, obviously no minutes. It does seem like this guy could have played his last, well, maybe not his last game for Arsenal, but I don't think he'll be involved too much between now and the end of the season, unless we get injuries. And clearly we're playing just once a week. Lee Akers is in the building. Shouts out to you. So a couple of things, guys. Who'd be your ideal choice? So number one choice for striker. And if you do believe in Ketia Lacazette, obviously definitely gone. Who is the two strikers financially you reckon Arsenal could get over the line? Is there a free transfer out there for us? Yes, WB, I have been licking my lips to talk about Luton getting stepped on today 7-0. That absolutely turned me on. Yep. And the DT. Next, a girl, eh? Got to find out what a girl done. You know what I mean? Because as I said, one of my pagans is jail. The other one, as far as I'm concerned, can go to hell, innit? Remember, this isn't an attack from me on him. Remember, he attacked me. He attacked my channel. He said I was racist. I know he did say the other day, you man should drop this, and it is Eid after all and whatever. But remember, he said I was racist. It's done a lot to my reputation. It was all over Google. I was racist. It was going around the Emirates. It was mad. I remember telling Hazard, yes, it was Hazard. I was buying one of the replica tops as I always do, or one of the training kits from the Emirates, and yeah, like some little 14, 15-year-old Somalian kid walked up to me. Like, first thing he said, he was like, yeah, you're that racist guy. You don't like Muslim or Somalian people. Like, I follow a girl. I was like, huh? I was like, number one, my brother, like, you're a kid, allow it. Like, number two, you honestly know zero of the story. Like, I tried to be very, very nice. And I was like, brother, you know zero of the story. You're hearing what one guy wants to say about me. But I was saying this with Hank Yumi. I'm sure you were there in the last week. The stream when I said basically, I picked Neves over Telemans. And that was pretty much the reason why. Because for me, Telemans is a great player. And I do believe in a better team than Leicester, and Leicester are a good team as we know, he'll even be better. In saying that, I even think Tielemans would suit Arsenal Football Club, but I think we need that stronger, that we ain't got a Virgil van Dijk at the back. Let's have it right. Do you know what I mean? I do think it should be someone more to close off the door with Partey in the midfield. Ndidi, Basuma, and Neves. What Neves lacks in strength, he's very busy. He gets around every inch, blade of grass, etc., etc. We have been linked with another one me and you have spoke about. We have been linked with that right back who is owned by Middlesbrough, on loan at Nottingham Forest, and is getting a lot of attention everywhere. Spence. Does enough. I want any moving like Travi, laugh out loud. And that's what I mean. We've obviously got Lokonga, unless we send him out on loan. But let's say Lokonga, El Neni, Partey for next season. I still want two midfielders with that. We're going to have Champions League games. Partey gets injured. So for me, if we could get like for 65 million and Neves and a Basuma, I say bang on it all day long. Basuma's been linked hard with Aston Villa. Is it something to do with whatever he got arrested for? Is this why all big clubs are not going in for him? Because every time I watch Brighton, he's the best player on the park. Yeah, Guna. Martinez and Gnabry. Interesting. Gnabry, again, still hasn't signed a deal at Bayern Munich. I believe he does want a Premier League return. I believe if we're top four, we've got every chance of getting him. Tottenham have been linked with him. For me, if we was going for a winger, I'd love a Sterling over him, but he'd be probably my second choice. I'm just sometimes scared of that Germany bit. Liverpool, again, have been linked with Bellingham today. Bellingham might suffer a season of the Jadon Sancho's, but he did play half a season or pretty much a full season for Birmingham in the Championship. I'm sure that would have put him in good stead. Bloody hell. I wonder what exactly happened. Yes, WB, 7-0. And them boys are screaming they're ready for the Premier League, yeah? Boy, if Fulham are dusting you down 7-0, man. Imagine when it comes to going Anfield, Man City, Chelsea, the Emirates, etc. Luton clearly ain't ready. So I'd imagine even if they do grab a playoff spot, they'll fuck it. Do you know what I mean? But we'll look at the Championship, the playoffs all next week. You know what I mean? Because everything's coming to a fore, obviously, in the Championship and pretty much everywhere. Everything's pretty much done in Germany. Obviously, Bayern Munich have won it. I don't think can anyone catch Dortmund in second? In Italy, the top four is done. As in, no one can catch them now. Juventus are fourth. They've scraped in. Napoli will get a Champions League place. As I spoke about him a lot, he's a left back from Udinese, 20 million. He played for Hearts, or was it Hibernian? I spoke about him then because we were linked with him then as a 5 million understudy to Tierney. He ended up going to Bologna for £1.5 million, and now the cheeky little brats want 20 million for him. I'm not sure. He has been called into the Scotland squad, but he didn't play. I know Scotland have probably got one of the best left back. Well, as in they've got Robertson and Tierney, but apart from that, like, their team isn't blessed. You know what I mean? With all respect, I'm just saying that. Fuck me, everything that comes through for Scotland, they must be thinking, why is it a fucking bastard left back? Why couldn't he be a right back or a fucking right winger or a wee fucking striker who scores fucking bastard goals? But yeah, Scotland, bang, typical, innit? 3 good left backs. Wow. I would have said, Porco Dio, mi grande, mi cazzo, and then kicked him right in their fucking nuts, brother. Right in the old nuts to do this. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you are new. What am I actually looking for now? Grinders. Yes, I haven't even got a zoot, guys. Obviously, me again late, just running into the building. But yeah, Aaron Hickey, interesting. Osman and Jesus and Nketiah, new deal. That 3 will be decent. Does that mean Balogun goes straight back out on loan? Nketiah deserves a new deal. Laka is gone. Now, I would say that as well, but for me, Yui, and I know you're a realist, he should have scored last night. I reckon he will play the last, what have we got, 4 games left? For me, bro, he's got 4 games. I wouldn't even talk about a contract to him. He's got 4 games to earn it. I'd like to think in the last 4 games he's going to score at least a couple of goals. Do you know what I mean? Oh, go on. I just see that from you now, Yui. My Twitter's only just popped up. But for me, bros, ideally, from seeing him against Chelsea and the 2 clinical goals, I don't want another Gnabry. I don't want another Marlon. Do you know what I mean? Or Mavropanos. You see Mavropanos, bros? Apparently he's coming back to the Premier League. £20 million, West Ham. Because Stuttgart finally gave us the £3 million. That was enough to trigger the permanent deal for him. How annoying if he comes back to the Premier League for 15, 20 mil, mate. That's bang out of order. Hold on a hot minute. Whoa. Where was that? Hold on, new deal, decent. I'd say for me, if that's what you're aiming at, the UE new deal, I'd say for me, guys, he's got 4 games to earn that new deal. 2, 3 goals in the last 4 games. I'd say, yeah, if he shoots us to fucking top 4 and Champions League, I'd say you can have worse backups than Nketiah. For me, he probably is going to want first team, innit? He's 22, 23. So it's probably best off he leaves. But if he stays, I won't be upset at this. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to Linda, to Cam, Eid Mabrak, Hussein Juma, Eid Mabrak, UE. Third choice, yes. I'm not so sure he's going to accept third choice, bruvs. Ty, real one. Everyone shouts out to Ty. Even Hussein, Eid Mabrak, guys. Shouts out WB, Hank Yumi. All the real ones are here now. And jumping in, Lee Akers. That's what I just said, WB. I don't reckon. Or he could be battling with Balogun again to be the third choice striker. So for me, if we buy 2 strikers, I reckon for him to sign a new deal, I reckon Arteta would have to say, your second choice, we're going to bring in 1 star, your second choice, and Balogun's going to be third choice. If we buy 2 strikers, Nketiah walks, guys. This is quite simple for me. Because at 22, 23, you're not really filling in with confidence, are you? If you buy 2 strikers, especially 2 name strikers. This is why I honestly reckon, again, we're going to buy 1 striker, guys, and probably try and keep Nketiah. Eddie needs to go. He needs regular football. Yeah, and that's why we should have let him go then a year ago or in January and maybe got a buyback on him. Because if he goes on a free now, that's it. We've got nothing. I agree with that totally, Hank Yumi. It's best for, I'm not going to say all parties. If we're greedy, keep him. But yeah, it's best for him to go, bruv. I reckon there's a Vieira out there that would be a good manager for him. For what, if you don't mind me asking? Well, he's probably going to say something about the 2 goals at Chelsea, which were incredible. Let's not have it wrong. But, Cam, slow down. I do see what you're saying also, because just 2 goals against Chelsea, that doesn't really do much. He should have scored for me last night. Is he clinical enough? Where the fuck is the lighter? Is he clinical enough? I'm honestly not so sure. As I said, for me, I reckon it's up to him. I leave it up to Eddie Nketiah. You know what I mean? When I say I leave it up to Eddie Nketiah, I mean, if he has a good end to the season, he's got 4 games to prove he's worth a new contract at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And then told possibly you could be the second stroke third choice striker. Well, he hasn't signed a new deal, bruv. So again, if we want to act, now is the exact time. It needs to be a yes, and I fully agree with you, bros. But my feeling is it will more go down to Balogun to be third choice because, again, if he was like 19, 20, bros, perhaps. But I think he's 22, licking 23, bros. He's not going to want to be third choice. Could you tell a guy like Nketiah, you'll play FA Cup, League Cup, and certain Champions League qualifiers? I don't know. We're going up. Well, after getting beat 7-0 today, yeah? You fucking muggy little degenerate prick. Seriously. You talk absolute bollocks. And he told us to wait. For me, he can't get to be stepping. Do you know what? True, bruvs. Do you know what I mean? But you have to understand it from his side why he'll turn it down also. Well, the last and only message I'll clip of yours. I hope you get to the playoff final, and I will go to Wembley, and I hope you get battered in the final. That's what I mean, Cam. But I'd say now, business end of the season, lack of shit. There's no Aubameyang. There's no Aubameyang, obviously. I'd say it's down to him, bro. The last 4 games. Give him the 4 games, innit? Cam, let me be honest with you. If we won 1-0 at White Hart Lane and Eddie Nketiah scored a spectacular goal, would you begrudge him a new deal? Because I wouldn't. We've already spoke about the need for having squad players, bros. Why there is people at Holding, I suppose, still knocking around. Why El Neni is, honestly, for me, very valuable to the team. Oh, yeah, we're getting top 4, 100. I reckon so, bros, because when we look at it as well, bros, Tottenham play Liverpool next. Like, I've never felt so confident that Tottenham, even with Conte in charge and with Harry Kane and Son playing well, they're not going to be capable of getting a result at Liverpool. Like, not even a chance. Nobody gets a result at Anfield. Do you know what I mean? So they're going to lose that game. If we beat Leeds, that is the vital one. If we beat Leeds, Liverpool lose to Tottenham. Liverpool beat Tottenham, like they will. We're in a fucking commanding position. We can go to White Hart Lane being able and relaxed enough to get a draw, knowing that that's enough for us. But that is the position we find ourselves in. We must beat Leeds because I'm sure Liverpool will do their end of the bargaining and batter Liverpool 2 or 3-0. Nope, exactly. And I'm hearing all this again. Striker training next season. Martinelli will be the guy. We are employing within Nketiah, Martinelli, and 1 new star signing, rumoured to be Victor Osimhen. He hasn't played Amir Khan. He hasn't played Amir Khan because Lego Man not played like all season. Signed for Palace to stay with Arsenal, third choice. Could be worse. A lot worse. And I do get that. I just don't think he'll stay as third choice. Bro, if we sign 1 striker, an Osimhen or a Nunez or a Jesus, I think he'll fancy his chances with extra games, Champions League, etc. But my heart is telling me, again, like Hussein is saying, you may as well just keep Balogun as the third choice and train him up. Do you know what I mean? Because Nketiah has had a while. I agree with you. The only thing that changes my mind on that, Hussein, is if he does the business at White Hart Lane or basically just fires us to the top 4 in general. I actually agree with that though. He has done more than Laka all season. Osman, Jesus, and Nketiah. Bros, that would be a dream ticket for me. I just think it would be very, very awkward to do that. Very awkward. But that would be pretty much dream ticket stuff. And then send Balogun on loan again. But that is what Yui is saying. We're going to sort about. I know, bro. I think everyone gets that. I think what everyone's just saying back is, including me, will he want to stay as third choice? And what I'm saying is, not everyone else now, bros. What I'm saying to Yui, if we signed one striker, a Jesus, a Nunez, or a Osimhen, and he was second choice, the attack of the sneezes is coming. I believe he would stay. For me, yes, Balogun, I'd probably have him as third choice, especially as Eddie has turned down a new deal. But you could see at the end of the season, as I say, guys, we could do this for the next 20 minutes. I think it's up to Eddie. Not like last night. He needs to fucking man up, balls up, score against Leeds, the team he used to be on loan at, and then he needs to smash it at White Hart Lane. Again, bros, I hear you, but for me, again, Chelsea got rid of him for a reason because they deemed him years ago not good enough. He's not Tavares. Not much going on. If we behave like that, we might as well renew Xhaka's contract. PS, Free Palestine. Yep, big up on that. Good night, my gooners. Stay safe, Dan. Tomorrow, always tight. Please be good, tight. Stay safe. Do get a like on the video, brother. And please share link. Share the link now. Share the link before you go, bro. And please get a like on the video, my G. And roll safe as always. It's a couple of goals. Wow. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all, bros, as long as he plays this Omar Hutchinson. What would you do with Patino next season? Would he go on loan? Then there's Keto Taylor-Hart. There's the Killian Edwards. There's that guy, the one that we got from Germany, the next fucking whoever, the next Ibrahimovic. We've got so many of these young guys. Very true. What Nketiah hasn't had, though, is a consistent chance, games in a row. That's why I say now, with whatever he's played, 3 in a row now or whatever. Is it 3 in a row he's played? Or 4? Like, if he plays 8 games, the last 8 games of the season, basically, the last 4 and the next 4, and he comes up with 2-3 goals, I don't think that's mad good enough now. And I agree with that as well, bros. It's hardly a chance. But 7-8 in a row. If he gets the last 7-8 games in a row, bros, and he doesn't come up with the goods, he's definitely done for me. Again, bros, I'm sure Amir Khan, as you would say, is going to choose Nketiah, surely, because I wouldn't choose Lacazette over him. It's interesting. He never gave Martinelli the chance. But as I'm saying, Yui, do you see what I'm saying then, bros? And then we'll move on, in a rude way, we'll move on to another subject. Give him the next 4 games, bros. Leeds, yeah? Tottenham, Newcastle, Everton. Surely. I'm sleeping on any. No, I'm definitely not sleeping on any. The thing is with him, I'm just being realistic. I want us to sign 2 strikers, bro, like you're saying, Osimhen and Jesus. I doubt he stays third choice. If he does, bro, stay. I think all of us are actually agreeing with you. I think we're getting a bit twisted, bros. If he wants to stay as third choice, bros, League Cup, bit of FA Cup, lovely. I just personally don't think it does his career any good. Done. Free Palestine. Prap. Go on, bros. Respect, real G. And yeah, bros. Okay, next subject. Because I believe if Rob Holding signs a new deal, or even if he doesn't, but just stays, Saliba goes. So, guys, are you happy with Holding to stay and Saliba to go? Hank Yumi, Ty, Cam, Yui, Hussein Juma, WB, if you're there, let's do this. Play some cup games. But that's the thing, bro. He hasn't trusted him this season. Is he as well on loan next season? Ultimately, I reckon he could be a championship player, but I'd love to see a Brighton or a Palace give him a chance. And I reckon on a free, they will. Bros, I think he's doing fantastically well. I also agree with you, bros. In the course of the last 4 games, I honestly, fuck Lacazette and this imaginary work rate. I honestly reckon he's done more than Lacazette in the last 4 games than Lacazette has done across the season. Even when he was given the honour of being Arsenal captain. In fact, there is not a striker I have ever believed in as little as Lacazette. All I'm saying is in reply to that, bro, for me, he has been given a few chances, even though they were sporadic, just a game here, game there. And I don't believe that that is fair on any player, especially a striker or even a goalkeeper, say, if you get what I mean by that. This is why, again, and I stress, he's played 4 in a row. There's 4 games left, bros. That makes 8. If he finishes the last 8 games with 2 goals, I'm sure you'll agree, bros. RB, it's not good enough. If he scores 2-3 goals in the next 4 games, bros, I agree with you. Stay as second/third choice striker. Do you get what I mean now, brother? No, but I'm making sure you never get the wrong end of the stick, or making sure you, because I know you're big enough to have your own back. I'm saying, like, so you think we're not all having a quick gang up on you, like, remember that has I'm just saying, I just think it's a lot to ask a guy to stay as third choice when clearly he's run down his contract, cleverly knowing teams will give him not mad money, but on a free, bruvs, someone will give him money, innit? There's teams like Fulham coming up, bruvs. They could do worse. Yeah, bruvs. He's good in injury, good in a crisis. He's good for everything, bruvs. Loyal, passionate. I love it on any, honestly. I would keep him also. This is what I reckon will happen, bruvs. That's exactly what's going to happen for me, bruvs. Holding has been kind of reliable, and he's slightly said it as well. He's ever so reliable on the goal against West Ham. Even if you told Saliba you've got to be the left centre back alongside Gabriel, battling him, Saliba would have it. It's just Arteta that won't. Be right back. Safe, my brother. Let's move on. I think we are saying the same thing in different ways. Yeah. If we beat Leeds, Liverpool, and then Spurs over, we get a massive chance. Exactly, bros. Absolutely, exactly. And that's what I mean. For me now, again, last word on it, Nketiah, do your talking on the pitch. Because if you don't fire any more goals between now and the end of the season, I'm praying we buy 2 strikers. If he fired 4 in 4, bros, which is not to ask, in the next 4 games, I would say 1-star striker, him, Balogun, Martinelli, maybe. But yeah. So I'm saying it's fascinating now. There's all that talk of 2 marquee signings, as we all know, guys. But for me, we need 2 marquee strikers. We need 2 midfielders. Perhaps not marquee, but we know we need a backup left back, right back, and goalkeeper. Or have we done the goalkeeper? Have we done the left-sided centre back in this Trusty? Apparently, this Trusty the clown, the guy coming from America, he's a left-footed centre back. But surely, if Saliba was loaned for 3 years because he didn't have Premier League experience, we couldn't bring a guy over from America to fill in as the left-sided left centre back. We have to win against Leeds. Their new American coach has improved them, but how much we should be beating them, but not with the poor performance. Yes, but bro, we're playing once a week, like every 7 days. That's the first thing Easy said to me yesterday. He goes, if West Ham's exploits on Thursday, damn, and just the emotional bullshit of getting beaten and whatever and having to prepare for the second leg, and they did make a few changes against Arsenal. As he said, it's fine to grind out a result here and there, and it's even good. as I said myself last night. But we can't be playing like that again, bro. Like, there's no excuse for it. For everyone looking lethargic, tired, all sorts. Left back, right back, 2 midfielders, 2 strikers, and probably a keeper to challenge our keeper. Exactly, bros. But again, if they're saying 2 marquee signings, that's 2, 4, 6. That's 7 signings, bros. We signed 5 last year. Yeah, you know. Brilliant, Hussein. And brilliant from you, Hantumi. Again, something has to be decided with this, guys. We've been linked with quite a few left backs, though. Can't think of the top of my head. Obviously, Aaron Hickey, and there's another one, I think, from Holland. We've been linked with a couple of left backs. So Tavares on loan. 60 million plus Pepe. I reckon 70, 75 plus Pepe. Bro, they paid 60, 69 for him, you know. I don't think they deserve to take a financial loss on him. Obviously, I'd love us to get him for 10 million, bros. And if it was that cheap, bro, 60 million, and they paid 69, I know you're saying plus Pepe. I don't know, 65, 70 plus Pepe, maybe. Interesting. What's this? Question. What is the story with Lacazette? He got told he had COVID, but he's out and about and on the bench. Is he getting the treatment? Possibly. It could have been Footy flirting with Champions League, blah, blah, blah. Arteta did reply immediately to around that time and said he needs to concentrate on finishing the season with Arsenal. So, yeah, I reckon that's Arteta obviously been a little bit scorned, let's say, and burnt. He probably expected a little bit more after selling his best friend or giving his best friend to Barcelona, Aubameyang, obviously, and giving him the captain's armband. I suppose he probably expected a little bit more from Lacazette. I've seen Lacazette for 5 years at Arsenal. I wouldn't expect more from him, so why did he? I honestly believe that. Didn't I say something like that on the stream? Like, that was a funny bit of COVID, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Obviously not coming on. He didn't come on against West Ham, did he? For Nketiah, because I was saying that he'll bring Nketiah off. So they're the little signs, like he doesn't bring Pepe on. They're the little signs for me, like, you know what I mean? He'll always bring a Mill Smith-Rowe on, etc. Do you know what I mean? Or if White's there, he'll usually bring on a Holding. You know what substitutes he's going to make. Do you know what I mean? Lukonga got on for a little while yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Do you know what I mean? Against West Ham, rather. It was yesterday. Yeah, so, again, I reckon he is on the naughty boy stool, you know what I mean? So to speak, Pepe as well. Obviously, if Lacazette, it doesn't matter. He's going for free. But Pepe, you'd like to at least keep teams thinking, all right, cool. He's worth this 25 mil. If he finished the season strong, I'd be fucking trying to get 35 mil from people. I don't see why Bayern Munich wouldn't want him if Gabriel's got, Gnabry, if Serge Gnabry was to leave, like, why don't we talk to Bayern Munich? Straight swap, Serge Gnabry for Pepe. Or like UE said, if we're serious about Osimhen, 70 mil for Osimhen. Give them their money back plus Pepe. West Ham have been linked with him, obviously. That Mavropanos one will piss me off if that is true, guys. Do you know what I mean? That one will definitely piss me off if that is true. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you are new. So again, guys, in the nutshell, if we was to choose one striker, or we only had them finances, let's just say, for one striker, who would it be? Osimhen, Nunes, or Jesus? For me, if we had the money for one striker, I'd probably say Jesus, just because of the Premier League proven, and maybe the Bala. But I've got the feeling now about Nunes, watching this Diaz at Liverpool. I've got a feeling about Nunes, and I'd very much like Nunes. Seriously, the Man City, the fullback. Okay, now. How's he going to handle these big name players? Whose opinions? Well, again, it's interesting. Like Han Yumi did say, the man himself, top man Han Yumi. This is why maybe certain players are being bought. Jesus has never been top dog nowhere. Maybe he's worked with him, could know him. Awesome. Excuse me, Osman. Is he 21, 23 the max? Again, had a difficult time in Wolfsburg, which I didn't know until today. Mercked it in France for a season, and then bang, went to Napoli. Interesting. But there's no mad big names that he's been linked with. Who crazy has he been linked with in the summer, bro? It ain't exactly Haaland and Mbappe, is it? Do you know what I mean? The Barla is a reasonably big name, bros, but okay, boo-hoo. Do you know what I mean? If he was that big, he wouldn't have run out his contract, and there'll be massive teams in for him. Same with probably, there's a few players out there you could say that about. As I'm saying, with all respect, no one else challenged us for Ramsdale, Tommy Yasu last year, Ben White, Eldegaard, as far as we know. Do you know what I mean? And most definitely Lokonga. If we're playing with the big boys and we're going for players that other teams want, it'll be very interesting. But I still don't think, Champions League or not, we're going to be playing in that sort of league yet. I think I asked WB. I think he's got 1 in 2, which isn't terrible. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it isn't great. I think looking at Victor Osimhen's record, he's pretty much 1 in 2 in Italy, but he doesn't take free kicks or penalties. And, you know, sometimes that can exaggerate a striker's goal-scoring record to stat to op tables, whatever you call them, the stats. So Osimhen with a solid 1 in 2, pretty much, is not bad, considering he doesn't take free kicks or penalties. Bayern was linked with Pepe when we bought him. I thought it was more Napoli, but Bayern backed out because of Pepe's ability to work in tight space or something about his game. Seriously? Well, again then, bros, why not go to them and say, well, there you go, here is a Pepe, give us Gnabry. I'd be more than willing to do that deal. Good night, Linda. Make sure your likes are on the video. How many Lindas here? Don't know, I haven't noticed. I just see the name. Well, she's put a different picture up or something. She does that at the best of times, brother. Osman Martinez is who's back up. I can't get another one for Osman. Not with what? 104, so not with Haaland. Nunez available for less. We need to cash him. Very interesting point. But then what if Osimhen was left for the people like Arsenal panicking when Mbappe signed for someone, Dybala signed for someone, Haaland's gone somewhere, Lewandowski's gone somewhere, Nunez has gone somewhere. You could see them now fucking of a London club like Arsenal and saying, this is 120, bros. Depending on both of their I'm going to look at Martinez. For tomorrow's stream, guys, I promise I'll have the little bits of stats and knowledge that we need. I will go and look at people like Martinez, Osimhen, their contract situations, etc. Have to take a loss. Nah, bruv, not when he's been so good. If you've been shit, then yeah, you take a loss. Or if you spend 72 million on a winger and don't play him like Pepe, yeah, you take a loss. But for me, he's done nothing that sort of deserve Napoli to take a loss, unless that contract's running dangerously low. Hold on, he signed at the same time as we got Pepe. Maybe he's got 2 years left in his contract. With 2 years left on his contract, I suppose getting their money back isn't that bad, especially if he doesn't sign a new deal, or if he's already made it clear to the Napoli people that he will not sign a new deal. Very interesting. I reckon he'll be very good, bros. See, I reckon at Marseille, he's changed up his games. He's looked good at flipping passes, as they would say, round the corner. He's chipping in with some vital goals, even in the Europa Conference League, whatever. And he's obviously broke into a very, very good French team, bros, with very, 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 very good midfielders. So, Guendouzi's a fucking good footballer, bro. You know what I mean? He played 49 games in a row in the Premier League. It was something that really could have been built on. Just subscribe to your channel. Absolutely fantastic news, Craig. I'll go and have a little check on that. Craig, yeah, Mollo. just subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much, brother. That means a lot. Please get a like on the video and let's talk then. Obviously, I take it you're a gooner. Let's make you the star of the show, Craig. What do you want to talk about, G? Who'd be your preferred striker choice for Arsenal? Yeah, man. He has as well. I've got them technical powers that let me know, bros. How you doing, mate? As you can see, bros, see, we're all friendly here as well, bros. All a family. Khan, Hussein, UE, we're all a family here, bros. People like Yumi, Kamala, Easy, Hazard, Hussein Juma, I don't know if I said it, WB, Linda, who's just disappeared. Anyway, wow, so many strikers available. Mbappe, Haaland, Nunes, Martinez, Dybala. Felix, I don't know if he's available. I think with him is Atletico Madrid are in that sort of, well, they've signed a guy £107 million. He hasn't murdered it, but he hasn't fucked up. Has he done enough to get a new contract? Because as far as I know, he's got 2 years on his deal. Or is it time to fuck him off? I reckon Atletico will give him a new deal because he's young. And they've got people like Suarez, and they love buying an old striker, do you know what I mean? If they go and get a Lacazette and they've got Suarez, they're going to need a young striker like Felix. Time for me to leave. Free Palestine. Eid Mubarak, my brother. Happy Ramadan. Be good, Hussein. See you tomorrow at 10 p.m. live. And yeah, tomorrow, obviously, again, you know, I'm bang on with my stats and knowing things about players and blah, blah, blah. But I want to look at a few contract situations. Like, as I say, Osimhen, Martinez. Could that be the further pressure? Not only money problems in the Serie A, Italian football. Craig is a real him. Okay, I know him from other channels, Danny. Excellent. Other channels, yeah. Okay, maybe 84. I'm good, bro. Big up. So, bigging up Cam. Cam, you're the absolute man. Did you bring Craig to the channel? Respect to you. Craig, then, come. Let's go. I make you the honorary guy. Let's go. Next 5-10 minutes. What should we talk about, bruvs? We've been talking about the general conversation of days. Top 4, we hope, is a must. Leeds, we have to beat. Clearly, if we can beat Leeds, bruvs, and Tottenham lose to Liverpool, obviously that gives us a fucking mad psychological advantage. And I don't think no one, not even God, is beating Liverpool. So that's a bit blasphemous, isn't it? But not even... Nobody is beating Liverpool at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So Tottenham are not going to be, not even with Harry Kane and little Sonny on form and their little winger that they got from Juventus. What's his name? Fuckface, the little ginger looking dude. So they're looking all right. And but not all right enough where they're going to beat Liverpool at Anfield. So we're blessed with that. Let me just go take a look. Yeah, so again, the way I'm seeing it is, guys, is boom, 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 boom. So obviously we know we're 4th, 63, Tottenham 5th, 61. If they lose to Liverpool, they stay on 61. We beat Leeds, we go on to 66. That is a 5-point advantage going into the North London derby. You get some clowny Arsenal fans saying, we can afford to lose the North London derby and still qualify for the Champions League. But if we're in that position, as long as Liverpool do the business, like I know they will, we beat Leeds, a draw in the North London derby is more than enough. Do you know what I mean? Peace out, my brother. No, I can't claim that. So he's found me himself. Absolutely smashing. And thanks for the honesty. Osimhen's contract is up in 2 years. Yes, I did guess that because they did sign him when we got Pepe. The Intelligent Football Club, bro, would offer Osimhen a new deal and then try and sell him. So all I can imagine right now is of all this talk, excuse me, goodness, all I can imagine honestly is Osimhen's made it clear he don't want a new deal, or he's made it kind of clear he wants good money if he was to stay and sign a new deal in Naples and Napoli. Well, no, not now, I suppose, bruvs. It's not if they're in financial trouble, or not if we've 2 years on this deal. I don't think it'll be a snip, bruvs. I don't think you're getting him for like 30, 40 mil, but maybe, like you said, mate, 60 mil and Pepe, or at very worst, as I said, give them their money back, 69 mil. and Pepe. We ain't really doing much of Pepe, are we? So, and again, Mavs, that's going to be dependent. The sore little losers like Arsenal, whoever's licking their wounds when the Mbappes and everyone goes, don't you think maybe Real Madrid might want him? Perhaps if they lose Mbappe, etc. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm not saying Real Madrid are going to go for him. I'm saying more teams could come in for him, bruvs. You know what I mean? If AC Milan win the fucking Scudetto, who knows, bruvs? Like, they've got a couple of aging strikers in Giroud and Ibrahimovic. I'm not knocking them at all, just saying. But yeah. What about this Darwin Núñez? Look at the way Liverpool got this Diaz. Like, I have to admit, I'd heard of Darwin Núñez a lot more, maybe because we were linked with him for a while, a lot more than I heard of Diaz. And Diaz looks fantastic. And suddenly now Liverpool interested in Diaz, allegedly. Ten Hag, they're saying, wants Diaz, allegedly. Núñez, allegedly. I'm going for the stream is sick. Respect, my brother. Exactly. Guys, please share the link. Please hit the likes on the video. Don't be shy. Please hit the link around. I won't let you all down. Guys, seriously, I'm a real G. Do you know what I mean? I wish them days, actually. It used to be quite entertaining when people suddenly come in and randomly try and, without touching your phone or anything, like literally put your hands in the air, like literally, like, let me see your hands. Like, tell me this about Arsenal. Tell me this about that club. Or tell me this. And I'll be sitting there. And you may remember them streams if he's still in. Don't know, that might have been a little bit before your time, Cam and Yui, but people would randomly come in and like, oh, but you don't know this, look at you, your fucking hat bandana, and then yeah, a couple of people would be like, rah, give you your props, G, like, safe, do you know what I mean? Always remember, was it a Middlesbrough fan coming randomly? I started talking about Jorginho, Ravanelli, Emerson, the Brazilian with hair, yeah, do you know what I mean? Their season wonder of doing well and then getting relegated. Juninho, remember little Juninho at Middlesbrough? Ow. But shouts out to all the real ones. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Eid Mubarak to all my brothers that read the Quran. Again, guys, there's been no talk of players leaving Arsenal this summer, but that could change at any moment. But the only one that's been going around is Gabriel. Again, I'd imagine he's probably a guy that's, coming towards 2 years on his deal. Maybe he's got 3 if he signed a 5-year deal. A lot of players commonly sign 4.5-year deals. Maybe he's got 2.5 years at the end of the season. To shut them rumours up, I'd like to see probably Gabriel sign a new deal ASAP. You have to go with this on one big striker, no messing about. We save so much in wages. Like, yeah, looking at that, like, forgetting all the Maitland Miles, the Torreas, the Guendouzi's, the Mavropanouses, but even looking at all them guys' monies, if we sold Xhaka, brought in 2 midfielders in the summer, but I actually just see him staying and maybe bringing in another squad player midfielder, who knows? But anyway, 200 grand, Lacazette, wherever Nketiah's on. The 350 we've just saved with Aubameyang. Like, that's a lot of money. And that's what made me start really calculating up. Would we make one big name summer striker signing and maybe try and get a little Dybala? Could Arsenal try and do that fucking total cheap one, like a 35 mil deal for Gabriel Jesus and get a Dybala? Then it's like 2 decent, very, very fucking decent strikers there for like 35 mil plus wages. Do you know what I mean? Or a decent sign-on fee for a Dybala, let's say. Most definitely. But obviously I'm not a mischievous Arsenal fan. I don't want none of our best players to leave. But yeah, Gabriel doesn't seem like the guy that is let's say it right, a snake, a vulture that's going to start asking for 250 grand a week. So again, just keep it fair, innit? He come from Lille. He's probably, that's one guy I don't actually know what Gabriel's on, but I'd imagine he's not on no crazy wages. I'd imagine he's not on no 100 grand a week, etc. at Arsenal. So I'd say a new deal would put to bed all them Barcelona, Juve rumours, etc. Remember, he's broken into the Brazil team as well while being at Arsenal. So sorry, guys. My left hooter sounds fucked. So yeah, with all respect, breaking into the Brazil team, his reputation is not getting worse, it's growing. Do you know what I mean? So it is obviously time for this guy to get a new deal. It does make me wonder sometimes why Arsenal do slack so much sometimes. And do you know what I mean? We've had it with the Sanchez's and Aaron Ramsey's, etc. And even down to Nketiah's, the Lacazette's, we still allow, and the word is to correct in saying, we still allow these things to happen, which I find scandalous. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if Chelsea was in any kind of financial drama in the summer. Look at players like Loftus-Cheek, who is holding down a place now. Look at players like Conor Gallagher. Look at players like Ziyech. Look at players like the guy at Southampton on loan, Bojan or something. They could make so much money without even touching none of their 1 to 11. It's incredible. Yeah, bros, I read that. I wouldn't dignify that with any kind of response. Fuck Melo. Don't ever mention the two in the same fucking bracket. Not dear to you, but bollocks, innit? I don't want to know. We need 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, centre back, left back, right back, and another winger in the summer. Most definitely, bros. And no one else has added. I think you've only missed out a backup goalkeeper, unless you're including Turner in that. But, bro, that's like 7-8 signings. I think that's fucking going to be incredibly hard. Remember, we had like a reasonably busy window last year with 5. Talk on road is there's a lot of talk out of Arsenal saying it's 2 marquee signings. I know that doesn't mean it's only going to be 2, but then 2 marquee, you wonder what's that? A good midfielder, a good striker? But as you've said, we need 2 strikers, 2 midfielders. But we're only going to get 2 midfielders because he probably is losing a bit of faith in Lokonga. And then he could leave on a free, and if he sells Xhaka. But I think he should cash in on Xhaka. Do you know what I mean? It is time for him to go. 15, 20 mil, whatever you can get from Roma, Juve, anyone in the fucking world. And you get a Neves, a Basuma. Like, why is no one going in for Basuma? Word on road is he could be leaving for 20, 25 mil with Villa the only club in for him literally in the summer. I reckon that's a steal. Tillemans at 25 mil every year in his contract is another steal. But I would rather 2 midfielders with the strength of like a Neves and a Basuma. I'm not sure about his contract situation at Leicester. Leicester have had a season where I reckon Brendan Rodgers is going to revamp things, want some money to spend. Is it time for them to cash in on a Ndidi as the Samari's coming through there? Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't agree more, mate. But so let's go with this, Craig. What if it was the 2 marquee signings? Would that be 1 massive striker, a Nunez, an Osimhen? Then 1 big midfielder, a Neves. Then I do worry about the rest of the budget for the squad. But then if you look, selling Mari, and I ain't going to get you a lot, but selling Mari, Leno, Nate Lamals, Torreira, getting the pitiful 3 million from Mavropanos and a little bit of compensation for Guendouzi. Did I say Torreira in that? Selling Xhaka, getting 25 mil for Pepe. There is still money to be made within the club, even though we move really slowly both ways in the transfer market, getting rid of Deadwood and bringing in new signings. But if just once we could do it quickly, say 5 million Leno, 5 million Mari, 10 million Nate Lamals, that's 20. 12 Torreira, 12 Bellerin, what's that? That's 20 already, 30, 40, that's 44. That's 44. Let's say 45 for maths. Say 20 Xhaka, that's 65. 90 with Pepe. The wage has been saved, Lacazette, Nketiah, Aubameyang. That's a lot of money, and that is a lot of wages saved. I don't see why we can't have 1 fuck of a summer, especially if we finish 4th like we should and qualify for the Champions League. So I really hope this 2 marquee signings is bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Is this some sort of smoke screen? Unless you don't count Jesus as a marquee fucking signing, and a Nunez or an Osimhen is, and Jesus is obviously always coming. I think Jesus is a bargain. A year left in his contract and Premier League experience. I think that deal has to get done, guys. I always thought Saliba will replace Gabriel, not White. No, because again, Arteta, bros, he seems to have this mad, unless he just wakes up one day, but he has this mad fascination. Look at Aki. He doesn't get a lot of time at Man City, bros, but he's the left-sided left back. That's when he comes in. Is Laporte the other left footed there, and then Stones and whatever on the right. Like fuck it, they're centre backs, you know. I wouldn't care as much. I would sell Mari. I'd even keep Holding. For me, if you're in the Champions League, you need 4 decent centre backs: Gabriel, Holding, Ben White, Saliba. But my feeling is the Saliba or Holding has to go, because I reckon, because he's going to sell Mari, he'll want a left-footed centre back, unless he entrusts in the boy he's bringing over from America, like the goalkeeper. Like if that 28-year-old American Turner is Aaron Ramsey's backup, you know what I mean? That's when I get worried that Aaron Ramsey could become a little bit lazy at Arsenal. He didn't quite say that, but it's definitely not for me. But he didn't say that. That ran into my mind as well. But if you ask me, Gabriel's been the rock of the defence this season. And for me, the second best defender until injury was Tomiyasu. I think Ben White's been all right. I think put him alongside Holding, Tavares, and a Cedric. Like, say the defence, God forbid, for the next game against Leeds was Ramsdale in goal, right back Cedric Suarez, left back Tavares, left centre back Holding, right centre back Ben White. Why do I feel, honestly, guys, without being harsh and without thinking about Saliba, why do I think Ben White would suddenly turn into that little pussy that he is? Sorry to say, I back Ben White. He is our £50 million signing. There's a lot of alarm bells. And it literally, I suppose, all right, cool. He had no affiliation with number 4, got Saliba's shirt. Again, I'm not going to personally blame him for that. But things like the Vieira, not knowing Vieira, fucking sickening, like, you know what I mean? If Gabriel has looked suspect for you, bros, then Ben White has been mightily average for me. And I think take Gabriel out of that team and a Tomiyasu, and a lot of people, I'm not saying you, a lot of people's heroes, Ben White looks like an average defender that probably could play for Brighton. What about Boja? Did I say it wrong? I'll be all right if we keep Saliba and sell Gabriel. I would sleep fine with that as well, but it's not going to happen because, again, remember, it's that cross-contamination, like being a chef in the kitchen, of that left foot, right foot thing, bruv. And he's already losing Mari. I find it incredible, bros, but it does look like that's what he's saying. I find it incredible myself. Thing is, what I can promise all of you gooners, we will never get 50 million back for Ben White. Will we get the 24 million back for Gabriel? Voila, of course we will. No one is ever buying Ben White for 50 million. Anyway, well, thankfully, we're not in a position where I think we badly need to sell. And if he wants to be greedy and cash in on someone, like he could do it with Holding. Holding now, you literally could ask, I reckon, 15, 20 mil. He's looked all right. There is a Newcastle, a Burnley, a West Ham, a Newcastle. There is a club for him. You don't need to be a dickhead and sell Saliba. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. And that's what should be going on. That's exactly what should be going on, bros. So if me and you know it, why doesn't Arteta? Oh, yeah, bros. He's definitely our best. And the closest I think we've got to being the second best after Gabriel is Saliba. And I reckon, given a chance, Saliba could be the best centre-back at the club. But again, you already know my feelings on this. Back to something, Craig, and shouts out to you, Craig. Real One, thank you so much again. Real One legend for subscribing. How many signings do you think actually Arsenal will make in the summer? We signed 5 last year. I reckon we need 7. But let's be realistic. Do you think we can get up to 5 again this summer? I don't know. Will it depend massively again on player sales? Probably. But Nate Lamar's clearly hasn't got a future. Mario hasn't got a future. Leno hasn't got a future. Pepe hasn't got a future. Torreira's already gone, so cash obviously get as much as you can. Guendouzi's gone. I don't know if we're entitled to anything. Mavropanos, we got 3 million, probably on his way back to West Ham for 20. Sickening. What is up with my left ear, man? I'm literally holding the right fucking nostril and just trying to get this fucking thing. Why not whatsoever? Whereas Holding does. I wouldn't quite keep Holding over over Ben White, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Ben White hasn't been that 50 million guy, you know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, he hasn't even sort of murked it internationally yet, you know what I mean? As I said, it doesn't take a lot in this country to get England recognition. Guys, hour and 6 minutes in, literally, almost time for me to go. Please, 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 I'm begging you, do be hitting the likes on the video. Who is the next guest on the stream? I reckon it will be either Cam or UE. I hope it'll be, I don't want you, Cam. I'm just saying, UE. I want you on this show, bros. I don't care who's next. It could be Cam next, UE next, but UE, when are you coming on the show? Cam, I think you pretty much said to me, most days are good for you as long as they're the evenings. You know, I'm pretty much an evening streamer. Yeah, most definitely. And should I tell you what? Let's just get a bit more bitchiness into this. All this myth that he's brilliant passer, comes out into midfield well. I think like, okay, he does that okay when he's not under pressure. Under pressure, that passing and going into midfield seems to go very, 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 very wayward. Is that harsh of me to say, or just being real? I'll keep all of them start bitching about game time. Gabriel will be the first I'd ship out. I don't think none of them are like that. That's going to be more like Saliba if he comes back in the summer, brother. But again, we shall see. Agree, Danny. Gabriel Thomas, who have been our best defenders. Absolutely, bros. And this is by a very long way, bros. A very, very long way. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Bros, I know that as well. I just can't see him being given the opportunity. Like the same way I can't see Martinelli being given the opportunity up front, bro. Do you get what I mean? Sorry, what is free? You got some Tiger Balm, yeah? Big up Tommy, see you. Solid against West Ham, even though he's been out for 3 months. Yeah. I think Hank Yumi has reported to me that he shouldn't be out for too long. Is he going to miss the Leeds game? Anyone confirm? Go on, hey, because the big man is still here. Big up Tommy. Yeah, you don't know. I was so surprised with how Holding played yesterday. Ben White shouldn't come straight back in. I believe that as well, bros. Couldn't agree more. But as I say, well done to Rob Holding and everything. But I think he is going to be, that's the final nail in my boy William Saliba's career. I know a lot of you will say, Dan, that's too much for you to say, or why would you say it? But he won't have more than 2 right-footed centre-backs, and I think he'll keep the 2 that he's got. The reliable Holding and fucking Ben White. He's going to sell Saliba. Keeping it real. Like Kit Ramsey. Signings. What was this as well? I was seeing on Twitter, Alexis Sanchez sending messages to Arsenal, congratulating them on their victory against West Ham and wishing them all success and love and hope. And God willing, they'll be back in the top 4 and back in the Champions League. I reckon it's just cramp. He hasn't played for 3 months. Playing 90 minutes would be too much for him. Possibly and fucking very hopefully. If we offer William Saliba, Lego Man will take it. Oh, yes, bro. Exactly. Exactly. And there's a lot of teams, I reckon, out there. Do you know what? I reckon Pep Guardiola's slow enough to do it to him. Take Jesus, give me Saliba. I reckon Klopp will do that deal. But he has got quite a few centre-backs now. Matip, Kanate, Van Dijk, Gomez. Fuck me. Excuse me. Alexis Sanchez is on a free in the summer, I think. Or has he got a year left, but they're saying they're willing to let him go for free, just to get him off the wage bill. Who would have Sanchez back for 1 season? Because as Craig said, which not many of you have said tonight, you've all noted up we need 2 strikers. You've all noted up we need 2 midfielders. You've all noted up we need a backup, left back, right back, and goalkeeper. But no one has said nothing about a winger. I think we need, oh God. Yeah, because they ain't been massively happy with Ramos, man. They're starting up in that relationship there. The Ramos, and PSG thing, I don't know. It's all going to depend who goes there next, bros, because I can't see Pochettino keeping his job. Dan Sanchez, you done know. Sanchez, you done know. Another who left on one. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, he was badly advised, man. Slightly different from him. He went like a Van Persie that was there for years and then just sort of got to 30. But let's not open up that kind of worms, you know what I mean? Some players in the end felt they just had to go, do you know what I mean? Vieira, I suppose, Henry, do you know what I mean? But when you think carefully on this, like we spent 10.9 on Henry, I think. We spent 3.5 on Vieira. And we got about 16 million for them each, or 16.9 for Vieira and 16 whatever for Henry. 32 million for players we spent 11, 12, 13, 14 and a half for. And we had about 10 years dedicated service out of both of them. It wasn't that bad. In Wenger we trust, eh? Do you know what I mean? Come, let's be mischievous, gooners. A source has told me Haaland hasn't made up his mind about a move to Man City, and his friend Martin Odegaard is being rumoured to be persuading him to come to North London and Arsenal. Imagine, eh, guys? Imagine. But on this bombshell, guys, it is time for me to keep it moving. Guys, please get a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shouts out to Cam, Craig, man of the moment, newest subscriber. Shouts out to you, my brother. Shouts out to Hank Yumi. Shouts out to Lee Akers. Shouts out to Hazard, Easy, WB, Linda, Princess Guna. Who else have I forgot? Lung Burkamp, Eve Mabrak. All the real ones. Anyone I've missed out, so sorry. They'll probably put a comment in there like, "Hey, fucker, you forgot me." Oh God, is he dead? Bro, because that would be the third time. Listen, literally, Radio Sky Italy have reported he's dead, and he actually hasn't been dead. I'm going on onto Sky. What, he's going to miss out on them Haaland peas and something? Danny, don't say it. He's Haaland's agent, bruvs. Who then gets that money? That's so bad of me, isn't it? Maybe. There is talk. I told you this Mahrez thing. I think it's more mischievous because of his age. There's no yellow bar on Sky, bro. There's no breaking news. He's going to wind up, isn't he, surely? Mino Raiola.
Here's some information.
Seriously, Rose? Real talk? Yeah. So raw, died age 54. Pogba, Haaland amongst his players all leaving the summer. Shit. Bumba rest in peace. Mino Raiola. Fuck was I doing yesterday? I didn't see that at all. That would be a good idea. He's 31. Didn't really think of it like that. Damn. Okay. Oh, wow. I see. Wow. Rest in peace, man. Without sounding like a fuck up on it, like, I'm not the guy that's gonna be making the money, so I'm not a vulture. But regarding his players now, like clearly they carry on business as usual. Paul Pogba will get a move, Haaland will get a move, but do they need new agents now, or do they just? Is most of them deals done? Maybe Riola being a businessman and smart, maybe he got them deals done. Wow, I had no idea about that. Fucking hell. Mkhitaryan, Nedved, Donnarumma, pure ballers. You don't know. But just thinking about the first two names you said, even up to the third one, Lukaku, because he could be in a guy to be leaving. You know what I mean? If Chelsea were needing for any way to be cashing in on people in the summer. Haaland Pogba. When does that complicate anything in the summer? Who's the agent of or is that other one, the other super agent, that Zena or whatever? Who's Mbappe's agent? I've seen something Elka said about him. He can't claim to be one of the best players in the world ever until, like me, I love that. Like me, he plays in the Premier League. That done the deal apparently. Well, I tell you what, Man City and Guardiola apparently has signed a new deal following Klopp signed a new deal at Liverpool. There'll be no get-out clauses after 2 seasons for 80, 90 million, bros. I'm not saying at Man City he needs one, so yeah, that's it. That's it now for the next little while, do you know what I mean? Until one of the relationships either with Guardiola again or Haaland breaks down, because, yeah, interesting. Real Madrid are committing a lot of wages to Rudiger. I know it will still be smart money where they still get Mbappe, because that could be allegedly 500 grand a week Mbappe, 500 grand a week Rudiger, and a lot of talk with financial fair play, etc. in Spain. Will Real Madrid be able to pull off both of them? Then again, if they sell a couple of players, yeah, who knows? Almost definitely, but I'm sure nothing's been signed with no one, man. Because as the way football is, you know what I mean? The football world and the press and Sky and that, they all have a way of getting things and getting information out there. And Pogba, like, definitely not. Like, I would say PSG for him. I reckon there'll be a lot of teams in for him, but he'll get a lot of money there. He's 29, coming on 30. They'll be in the Champions League. He'll probably be playing with people like Neymar, Messi. It's an easy league. It's an easy way out for him. If he wants to challenge himself again slightly, he goes back to another league that ain't as good as the Premier League, but he's murked it before there, Italy. Lukaku, he could fuck off to Italy, but has anyone legitimately got that money? Do you know what I mean? Could Chelsea do a swap with Inter Milan involving Lukaku and Martinez? What makes me think Inter Milan would be up for that? What makes me think Chelsea on the sly would be up for that? Because there's a lot of talk about Chelsea, a lot of this, a lot of that. Will the owners be ready to take financial full control and be buying people by the summer? Well, I'm sure that is the full intention, you know what I mean? Because time is money, you know what I mean? And if you're making that commitment to buy Chelsea, build a new stadium, blah, 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 well, yeah, you're going to be making money as well. But it'll be interesting to see the next couple of years for Chelsea. Will they have to go through that Arsenal, like at the Emirates, selling a player every summer? But again, the bastards, they're a lot better position than us. Because this look at Loftus-Cheek, decent midfielder. He's now got into their team. Excuse me. I have to admit, I'll probably take Loftus-Cheek at Arsenal. Another midfielder I'd take who's on Chelsea's books, but he's not there at the moment, Conor Gallagher. Fantastic player. And I know they've got more players on loan. The one doing all right at Southampton. So they could stump up money on them players. Even them players alone, I think they'll get 40-50 for Conor Gallagher, 20-30 for Loftus-Cheek. And I know there's more, man. I know there's more. I just can't think of it on the top of my head. The winger. The one that Bayern Munich wanted. Right winger. Hudson-Odoi. Do you know what I mean? Ziyech, they wouldn't hardly miss him. I'm not saying he's shit or he doesn't ever play for them, but he's not exactly a regular. They're not badly going to miss him. Would they badly miss Werner and Lukaku if they got like a Martinez in? Probably not. Burnley's running. Forget Burnley. Leeds have Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford. We'll look at the relegation running tomorrow, guys. We're going to look at some players Arsenal have been linked with, their stats, how long they've got on their contracts. And we'll do a little, like, like a likely one. Like a Sky will be likely to go to Arsenal, 4 out of 5, like Gabriel Jesus. We'll do our own likelies and unlikelies tomorrow. And we'll see who's fucking mostly right at the end of the summer window. But yeah, guys, on this note, hour and 20 in. I would stay for another 10 minutes, but yeah, I think we've done everything tonight. UE dropped the last bombshell of the night saying Viola had died. Didn't even realise that, man. Leverkusen beat Frankfurt tonight 2-0. Don't really know or care that much about German football. Don't know if Frankfurt played a weakened team, but good luck to West Ham on Thursday now. I can say that happily after we dusted them off at the London Stadium yesterday to get that very vital 3 points. As I say, next up for Tottenham, man, is Liverpool. Like, I don't think even the most pessimistic of fan out there could honestly reckon that Tottenham are going to go Anfield and get anything. Like, not even a scratch, a point. In fact, they'll be fucking lucky to go to Anfield and score a fucking goal. So I cannot see Tottenham getting anything at Liverpool. And Nketiah for Ballon d'Or. That's an everything, bros. Again, this is nothing aimed at Nketiah as a footballer. Join the guys on a free. You're linked to everyone, not just Brighton and Palace. Maybe there's a clue on Nketiah. But anyways, yeah. Shouts out to you all. UE, Eid Mabrak, you're a superstar and a hero. Lumberkamp, Hazard, Easy, Eid Mabrak, Real G's, everyone else on the stream, Cam, Linda, Princess Guna, WB, Hanyumi, Liakers, real ones. Love you all, guys. Love you all. Laters, brother. Nketiah for Ballon d'Or. Lukaku is shit. Yeah, he's best off finding a team in Spain. So I think he'll do well there with that pace and energy. Or piss off back to Italy, brother. Do you know what I mean? With respect, he's played for like 4 or 5 Premier League teams, bros. And I don't think his record has been nuts at any of them. West Brom, Everton, Chelsea, twice. Man United. What I'm saying is, if I was a fucking manager or an owner actually putting the money out there, putting the money down on the table, there'll be other strikers I'd be looking to sign for a fucking £100 million. Most fucking definitely. But see, Chelsea ain't dumb like us. They won't do like a Pepe and keep him for 3 years and then try and sell him with 2 years left on his contract. That was obviously when Abramovich owned him. But if Chelsea are anything like the Chelsea of the Abramovich ownership, they ain't going to fuck around. They'll come in, they'll cash in immediately. He's probably still got 3.5, 4.5 to whatever years he signed when he got there. Do you know what I mean? He's got a decent deal. Guys, Champions League, Europa League again this week. Liverpool, Villarreal, Man City, Real Madrid. Other way around because it's in Madrid. Real Madrid, Man City. Fucking interesting game. I might cover one of them. I might not. And Marseille, good luck to you guys against Feyenoord. They've got to turn over a 3-2 deficit, but it's Feyenoord they play. So I would imagine Marseille should get through that. But guys, you're all fucking legends. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. And I will catch you 10 p.m. Again, it almost feels like we're on holiday or something because, yes, Arsenal play once a week. Obviously, because there's no cups, Europe, etc. But at least the players are getting a rest. I don't want to be hearing again like Saka, Martinelli. They're all tired looking. Fuck me. They're playing once a week. This should be a breeze. But guys, on that note, shouts out to you all. Peace and love. Eid Mabrak. Please hit the likes on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. I may be back with some cheeky bars tomorrow. Good night, people. Respect.